Also my harem, Mr. Hanks?
Sure thing, son.
Even with 32 seasons and counting, it feels like The Simpsons has had more guest stars than actual episodes.
Billy Baldwin!
I'm Alec Baldwin.
But not everyone in Hollywood has been so quick to get Simpsonized.
Good night, cow jumping over the moon.
From big-time actors to big-time singers, the show has begged and bribed. See which superstars have flat-out refused to be on the iconic show. Some of them even went so far as to insult The Simpsons in the process. Don't! Over the years, Tom Cruise has been very protective over his voice. He would have had us at hello on The Simpsons, completed us with a role in Springfield, and 20th Century Fox would have showed him the money to turn the iconic actor into a yellow-skinned character.
Show me the money!
Okay, we were going for Tom Cruise quotes there, and they all ended up being from Jerry Maguire. We really need to start quoting different movies. Anyway, back to Tom Cruise and The Simpsons. Way back in 1993, the season 4 episode Brother from the Same Planet had the role of Tom written specifically for Tom Cruise. In the episode, Bart finds a mentor in the form of a Big Brother Big Sister program. When Cruise turned down the role, the show didn't panic. They just turned to Phil Hartman instead.
I'm Tom. Let's ride.
When in a pinch, voice actors like Hartman or Hank Azaria were always good options to do celebrity impressions. The Simpsons writers probably wouldn't have been too offended anyway. As we mentioned, Tom Cruise is pretty protective of his voice. How protective? Well, he's never taken a voice acting role in a feature film or on an animated television show. It would be pretty easy money for the guy too. Homer has had numerous jobs over the years.
Boxer, mascot, astronaut, imitation Krusty, baby proofer.
But in 1998, The Simpsons decided to make him a personal assistant to Hollywood stars, specifically a Hollywood couple. Once again, they reached out to Tom Cruise and his then-wife Nicole Kidman. It was a long shot, and one that failed, as the couple turned down the opportunity. Next up, the writers wanted Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell to play the roles, but they turned them down too. Then, they reached out to megastars Bruce Willis and Demi Moore. This would be the second time the show tried to get Bruce Willis, and the second time they got another big fat denial. The couple ended up passing on the show. So, what couple finally stepped up for the episode when you dish upon a star? Alec Baldwin and Kim Basinger.
Alec Baldwin and Kim Basinger?
The couple provided a lot of memorable moments on the show, and were probably the best choice in the long run. Jim Carrey's over-the-top acting and animated vocals were the perfect fit for The Simpsons.
Ooh, somebody stop me!
The comedian even got one of his big breaks by starring on Fox's comedy show In Living Color. So, naturally, Fox decided to pitch Carrey a role in the 2001 episode Simpsons Tall Tales. He was slated to play the role of a singing railroad hobo, which eventually went to Hank Azaria. Turns out, Carrey turning the role down wasn't due to anything but a really full schedule. We're talking about early 2000s here, when the guy was starring in films like Me, Myself, and Irene and How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Once again, it was just a big missed opportunity, but you can't blame the show. Jim Carrey didn't even voice his own characters in animated TV show versions of The Mask or Ace Ventura: Pet Detective. One of his rare voice roles was in Dr. Seuss's Horton Hears a Who. We can imagine The Simpsons writers' room has a bucket list of guest stars on the wall, and right at the top of the list, legendary rocker Bruce Springsteen. Bruce Springsteen has the honor of being asked to appear on The Simpsons more than any other guest star, and the dude has turned the gig down over and over again. The first request came in the episode Radio Bart. Springsteen passed, and the show transformed the part into a role for Sting instead.
Sting! Mom! Dad!
When Homer finds out that he only has 24 hours to live in One Fish, Two Fish, Blowfish, Bluefish, they wanted Springsteen for a simple voiceover role, but the part went to Larry King instead. The show does a lot more than just ask Springsteen. They bribed the guy with the Simpsons leather jacket, handwritten letters, and all kinds of other goods they tried to woo him with. None of it worked. In another desperate measure, The Simpsons even feature Bruce Springsteen's saxophone player Clarence Clemens in the episode Grift of the Magi. Their main goal? To have Clemens brag to Springsteen how much fun it was to do voiceover on the show. No dice. Springsteen held firm, never giving in to the show's bribes. The Simpsons doesn't pull any punches when trying to go for the big guns. They will ask any type of Hollywood elite to appear on their show, including legendary actor Clint Eastwood. In fact, the show had a specific role in mind for Eastwood, a dentist. Oh, but not just any dentist. The shady dentist, simply known as Dr. Wolf from the episode Last Exit to Springfield. After a union deal at the nuclear power plant gets messed up, Lisa's braces are not covered by Homer's insurance, and she must go to a shady dentist to get some of the cheapest and ugliest braces around. Imagine the scenario, with the deep, rugged voice of Clint Eastwood performing the treatment.
Did he fire 6 shots or only 5?
Well, Eastwood would not play the role of Dr. Wolf, so the show decided to go an even creepier route by asking Sir Anthony Hopkins. And once again, they were turned down. Once again, Hank Azaria stepped into the role, delivering the best evil performance.
Why must you turn my office into a house of lies?
Well, just a quick reminder to subscribe to ScreenRant, and don't forget to turn on notifications. Using your phone, turn on notifications through YouTube settings. We know how stubborn YouTube can be. The late Don Rickles is a comedy legend whose voice became the iconic sound of Mr. Potato Head from the Toy Story franchise.
You uncultured swine!
Naturally, The Simpsons would want to feature him on the show, and Rickles even agreed to do a part, right up until he actually read the script. For the season 4 episode New Kid on the Block, Homer was supposed to attend a stand-up show featuring Rickles. When Homer's laughing becomes too obnoxious, the two characters get into a brawl, and eventually a court battle would have ensued between the two. While Rickles did not like the mean edge on his character and turned the script down. Instead of a rewrite for the subplot, the episode went into a whole new direction, eliminating Rickles altogether and putting Homer at an all-you-can-eat buffet where he literally ate everything. No offense to Rickles, but the final subplot was really funny, and probably the better alternative. Jackson famously voiced the role of a mental patient in Stark Raving Dad, and while the episode has all but been eliminated from The Simpsons history due to Jackson's controversial real-life allegations, it was extremely popular when first released back in 1991.
I'm Michael Jackson.
The Michael Jackson? Pfft, no way.
For The Simpsons writers, it was popular enough to work on a sequel. This time, instead of Michael Jackson, Prince would play the role of Leon Kompowski, who now believed he was Prince as opposed to Michael Jackson. The singer was on board with the part right up until he received the script. Apparently there was some miscommunication. He may have even received the wrong script at first. So Prince turned down the staff script and pulled out from doing the episode. Without another big singer to fill in the role, The Simpsons didn't bother with a rewrite or a reworking of the script. The story is now lost in the archives of The Simpsons. But after Prince passed, show creators did reveal some pages of the unused screenplay, so fans would finally get a chance to see how the whole thing would have played out. George Takei is no stranger to The Simpsons world. The Star Trek actor has appeared in numerous episodes of The Simpsons.
Click me, and we will boldly go to Yogurtland.
But there's one he refused to voice. In total, Takei has appeared in 5 episodes, so why in the world would he deny a 6th role? Well, it had to do with the plot of the episode The Simpsons versus the Monorail. The main reason Takei turned down the role? He was on the board of transportation in San Francisco and did not like how the show portrayed the use of a monorail, despite being just a cartoon. If you're trying to progress the wide use of monorails, then this isn't the episode you want to be associated with.
Don't patronize me.
The reason may seem silly, but it actually makes a lot of sense considering Takei's real-life interests. While the Star Trek actor denied the episode, all was not lost. The show was able to nab Spock actor Leonard Nimoy as the role of the Monorail Grand Marshal.
May the Force be with you.
Do you even know who I am?
So not all was lost for The Simpsons, and we got a classic episode in the process. The Simpsons may be as mainstream as it gets, but the show never holds back when it gets a chance to reach out to the indie world. Back in 1997, the show decided to take on Mary Poppins with the episode Simpson Calling Fragilistic Expiala Annoyed Gruntious.
Thanks for everything.
So long, Superman!
And one of the side gags was to involve famed director Quentin Tarantino. The scene involved Itchy and Scratchy doing a parody of Reservoir Dogs entitled Reservoir Cats. At the end of the dance number, an animated Quentin pops in to give his take on the scene before getting brutally attacked by the duo. The role was literally a single line, and something Tarantino was not amused by at all. He turned down the role, but the show kept the gag in, using another voice actor to mimic Tarantino. The quick scene was a classic cutaway gag and is still one of the more memorable parts of the episode. When an actor turns down a role on The Simpsons, they'll typically politely decline, ignore the request, or come up with some excuse, as was the case with Jim Carrey. Then there's Shirley Temple. The former child star was all grown up, and The Simpsons wanted to focus on that type of life in the episode Last Tap Dance in Springfield. The episode revolves around Vicki Valentine, a former child star who is now a tap dance instructor and has let her long career go to her head a bit. The episode definitely took shots at the lifestyle of a child star, and Vicki Valentine was clearly inspired by Shirley Temple's long career in Hollywood.
43 movies under my belt, and I had to do it without Tappa Tappa Tappa.
Naturally, the Simpsons producers wanted the actress on the show, but they didn't get the reply they expected. As revealed on Simpsons DVD commentary, Shirley Temple gave them a simple response to their request: blank off. Yep, the former child star was all grown up and not afraid to express her opinion on the Simpsons crew. Well, the episode went on anyway. People clearly saw the connection, and voice actress Tress MacNeille did an excellent job at portraying Vicki. And there you have it. Which actor do you wish actually performed on the show? What other celebrities should be guest stars on The Simpsons? What's your favorite guest starring role of all time? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to ScreenRant for more great content.